San Diego State is 19-0. They are currently number 7 in the country, and we're waiting to see just past 9 o'clock of where they'll fall next.
People
Coach Velasquez.
love the map.
They love the map. Dave Velasquez with us on Xtra. Dave, does everyone that you know also love the map that is all red today?
We love the map. We didn't talk about it too much, but since we've taken over the map, we showed our guys. We talked about it a little bit. It's something fun for the fans, and it's quite an honor, to be honest, to be the last undefeated team in the country. It
certainly is. First time in 99 years, Dave, that the Aztecs have been able to do that. Even 20-0, and Ohio State was still left standing. Nobody left standing as of now. 68-55, the win on Saturday. What happened from the first half to the second half, the improvements that you made to finish with a double-digit victory?
To be honest, we know they stopped making as many hard shots as they did in the first half, and we started to make some of the easy shots we missed in the second half. We started to make them in the second half compared to the first. So, our game is completely predicated on our defense, and we know if we can continue to guard and guard at an elite level, that we're going to win a lot of basketball games. And it's proven to be the case so far this season. And when our offense is clicking like it did in that second half, and we went on that 17-2 run, we're a tough team to beat because our defense is always going to be hard to score on. And our guys, I thought they played pretty well, to be honest with you, defensively in the first half. But Jalen Harris, that kid, number 3 on Nevada, he was unbelievable in that first half.
Dave, was defense stressed at halftime in the locker room from Dutch?
Yeah, it always is. I mean, Dutch talks about defense, throughout practice, throughout every film session. It was obviously stressed at halftime. We made a couple of adjustments. We switched up how we were guarding their ball screens in the second half, which really helped us and put us in a really good position to be able to defend them a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Dave, the more Aztec basketball I watch, it does seem like there's a trend where the first half is always much closer than the second half. And in fact, the adjustments look to be applied immediately, where there begins to be separation when you come out of the second half. Do you consider yourself at all a second half team? Is that a trend that you also see?
Yes and no. We do make really good adjustments as a staff. I think we've done some stuff this year with our team, and our teams. Again, it's the players that are able to make those adjustments on the floor. We have a veteran team that has a high basketball IQ. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that, but to me, I just feel like we don't really get into a rhythm until the second half, and it's more on the offensive end of the ball, where we start to find out how teams are guarding us. Where's the open man going to be? And once we get in a rhythm, like I said, we're hard to stop.
Dave, to get into that rhythm with the senior-laden team you have, the guys who've been at other big programs and now all together playing for you, can you sense when they just might kind of look at one another and give that nonverbal message like, okay, let's go, let's ramp it up?
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even, sometimes it's not just a visual. There's times in a timeout, the first immediate timeout of the second half, you can hear our guys start saying, all right, let's turn this up. All right, we know what time it is right now. Let's go. And you could, and again, they taught, again, our communication on the floor, we talk about all the time, elite communication. Our guys have it. And when they start to feel each other and they start to feel it out, and like I said, get into that rhythm, they start to move that ball, and those shots start to fall. It's a fun team to coach and a fun team to watch play basketball.
The Aztecs have Wyoming tomorrow night. You'll hear it right here on Xtra 1360. We've got tickets for that game coming up as well on Xtra 1360. Assistant coach Dave Velasquez with us. Now, Dave, you guys are currently number 7 in the country. Number of top 5 teams fell last week. How much do you pay attention of what's happening with the teams ranked in front of you? We talk about it. We see it. And, again, all we can control is ourselves. And we say, we talked about going into that Nevada game. That's the teams ahead of us that lost that week. And, let's go out there and continue to win and prove to people how good we are. But let's make sure we take care of ourselves first. Let's get the win like we did on Saturday. And the same thing, that's what we're going to talk about today at practice. No matter where we end up getting ranked here in the next couple hours, we got to win tomorrow night. And then, once we win tomorrow night, we have a huge road test on Sunday at UNLV versus the team that's right behind us. They're only one game behind us in the standings, in the Mountain West Conference standings on Sunday. Dave, I've been getting this question, and it's difficult for me to answer, so I'm going to ask you this question, and then I'll just tell people what you have to say. Because people have been asking, all right, I see who they've beaten. I see where they're at in the net rankings. I see that they're undefeated. Why aren't they number 1 in the country?
Oh, that's a great question that I don't have an answer for. Like I said, we can't control other people's opinion. All we can continue to do is win basketball games. I don't. You don't know, and I don't know what other people are looking at. What they want to see more out of us. If they had watched that Creighton game, they had watched that Iowa game, if they had watched the Utah game, on and on and on. I think they'd see that we could be a team that would be deserving of a number one ranking. But with that being said, we can't control that.
Dave, can you pinpoint one guy from the opening whistle of the first practice to where this team is right now? Who's the most improved?
Yanni Wetzel. I mean, to be honest, I think Yanni Wetzel is a guy who, when he first stepped on campus way back in June, actually, and from the time he got here to how comfortable, how confident, how much more he trusts himself, it's night and day to when he first got here. He's incredibly comfortable and he's playing with really good guards, and I think he's put himself in a great position for our team to win, and he's put himself in a great position to have great individual success. And you've seen it over the past maybe 6 or 7 games where he's just been awesome. He's been awesome on both ends of the ball. We can do a lot of things because, like I said, his high basketball IQ. And, and then offensively, I mean, last game he hit 3 jump shots, hit 2 threes, and he hit the face-up jump shot. That's something we haven't even seen all year. I mean, his game's continuing to grow and improve, like you had said, he's night and day, like I said, from the first practice.
So, Dave, do you think you ultimately helped land Yanni because you paddled out with him? I mean, you sold him on the city on that recruiting trip?
Hey, I got to tell you, he was the easiest and most fun and one of the best recruitments we've ever had. When he came into town and said he wanted to surf, I said, no problem. That's what I was planning to do this morning anyways. So, yeah, it was recruiting Yanni was a lot of fun. And he's such a great person. And he's going to be so successful in and outside of basketball as he moves forward in his life, and we're so lucky to have him for this 1 year.
I like to think, Dave, that you just are up for anything, whatever. You're like, oh, you like to surf? Yeah, I like to surf. You're like, oh, you like throwing knives? I like throwing knives.
You like skydiving? I'll skydive.
Let's go skydiving, right? That's recruiting, right? Anything you want.
You guys are smart enough to know what recruiting is all about, baby. That's exactly what it is.
Dave, Wyoming, record not strong. Give us a little something on that game tomorrow night.
Again, their record's not a good indication of how good they are. I mean, they should have won the last 2 out of 3 games. They've been playing really well since they've played us. They got 3 guys that can score. Number Hunter Maldonado, who had a great first half the last time we played him at Laramie, and then number 10 Thompson, big guy who can shoot, which puts our defense in some tough situations. And then number 0 Hendricks can really shoot the ball. But Malachi did such a great job on him in the first game that I'm sure a lot of Aztec fans didn't even notice he was out there. But we got to continue to stay with our game plan, make some adjustments from our first game, get a little better than we played them a little better than we did in the first game because they're going to guard us. We got a lot of wide open shots the last time we played them. I don't think we're going to get as many easy looks tomorrow night. With all being said, if we can continue to guard and rebound, we're gonna have a fun night tomorrow night.
Dave, we love when our local stories are also a national one. Congratulations on all of your success. Waited with bated breath about where you guys fall in the top 25 coming up at 9 o'clock. Hear that game tomorrow on Xtra 1360 against Wyoming. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you, guys.